the Sigma E25. So I'm going to be applying this color basically all over my eyelid. We're not going to see too much of this color once our eyeshadow is complete, but this is going to kind of act as our transition shade. One thing I love about Sigma eyeshadows is that they are the most blendable eyeshadows I've ever tried in my entire life. Now, because I want this shade to be really super blended and soft, I'm now going in with this brush here. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E35 brush. It is a huge, fluffy, soft blending brush and I love it. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, now things are going to get a little bit more interesting and a little bit more difficult. We're going to go in with this color here. This one is a really bright electric purple and its name is Cassis. And we're going to be applying this eyeshadow in the halo effect. So that means we're going to be applying it to the outer corner of the eye, the inner corner of the eye, and then kind of drawing a little bridge above the two of them to connect them together. So we'll position this under my eye, and we're just going to start by applying this shadow. Just kind of dotting it on. Hold up, that brush is not working how I want it to, so I'm swapping brushes. I'm now going in with a Sigma Domes Utility E34 brush. I'm swapping brushes because I think I want something a little bit more sturdy and less bendy. The other brush was kind of not applying the eyeshadow exactly how I wanted it to, so I'm swapping. Let's try this. Ah, that's much better. Then on the inner corner, I'm going to do the exact same thing, starting at the very inner corner of my eye, going up into that triangular shape. Now I'm going back in with the E25 that we used originally, and I'm going to very carefully blend these colours out just around the edges. You want to keep exactly where you've positioned them, so don't blend them out so much that you lose the position that you applied them in, but we want them to be a lot softer and smokier than this. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with the exact same brush and the same colour, and we're going to draw that little bridge across the top and connect these two splotches of colour together. So with hooded eyes, what you want to do, like I said before, is ignore your crease completely and go above it. So if you have the puffy kind of hooded eye, you want to go up onto that puff, and if you have the droopy kind of hooded eye like I do, you want to go above your hood as well. So for example, my crease is down here, but I'm going to bring the shadow up higher than that. So I'm going to bring the shadow up here. So it's not too much higher than my crease, but it's not exactly in my crease either, because if it was in my crease, when I opened my eyes, you wouldn't be able to see the eyeshadow anymore. Now I'm going back in with the E25 to blend that out. Alright, now what we're going to do before we move on to the fun stuff is we're going to match our bottom eyelid with our top eyelids. It's very important. So what I'm going to do is go back in with our original colour, which is called Apricot Flower, that dusty pink shade, on a Sigma Foam Shader A57 brush. And I'm going to be applying this directly under my lower lash line. Now I want to deepen up the lower lash line, so I'm going in with this colour here. It's a really deep purpley berry shade. Now for this, I'm going to be using one of my favourite brushes. This is a tiny little smudge E21 brush. I'm using this brush because it gives such good control over where you apply the colour. So with this, I want to put it as close to my lash line as possible. So right underneath those lashes. So then it looks like that, which looks a little bit scary, so we're going to blend it out. For that, I'm taking a clean E25 brush and I'm just going to really softly and gently blend that. Now onto the fun stuff. I'm taking some glitter. Ah, no! I dropped it all on my hand. Well anyway, the glitter I'm using is called Ethereal Glitter, and if you can see in the lid there, I don't know, it's a white shimmery kind of glitter. It's very finely milled. It's not thick glitter, and it's got a kind of pinky purpley sheen to it. And see this kind of lighter bit on the inside of our halo? That's where we're going to be applying it. The brush I'll be using to apply the glitter is the Exact Blend A32 brush. So what I'm going to do is take some glitter glue on my hand, then I'm going to tap it over that lighter section between our two sides of our halo effect. Basically, I'm going to put this anywhere I want the glitter to go. Now before the glue dries, I'm going to tap my brush in the glitter, like so, and then press it on top of the glitter glue. I'm also going to hold a bit of tissue under my eye so I don't drop glitter all over my face. So it looks like that. Ooh, I should have mentioned as well, for those of you with hooded eyes, this will go, depending on how hooded your eyes are, this will usually go underneath the hood of your eye. So don't bring this up up over the hood of the eye. Keep this underneath the hood of the eye or underneath your crease. You probably won't see this when your eyes are open, but that's okay, because when you blink or when you look down, people are going to get this gorgeous flash of shimmery silver glitter, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Now what we're going to do while we're here with the glitter glue and the glitter is apply some to the very inner corners of our eyes as well. This is another place where people with hooded eyes can apply glitter, because no matter how hooded your eyes are, you can always find the inner corner of your eye, and it's always a beautiful place to highlight, because not only does it open your eyes up, but it brightens them and makes them look more awake and bigger. So for this, I'm going back in with an E21 brush, that tiny little smudging brush, and I'm taking a bit more of that glitter glue on my brush, and I'm going to tap that on the inner corners of my eyes, so wherever I want the glitter to go. Then before it dries, go back in with the same brush and stick the glitter there. Make sure you don't get this in your eyes, by the way, because it wouldn't feel very good. That's why I'm using such a tiny brush, so that way you have a lot of control over where you're applying the glitter. Okay, now what we're going to do is darken up the top eyelid. I mean, you could leave it like this if you wanted to, but I want to darken it up a bit and make it more dramatic. So I'm going back in with this shade here, which was the one called Elderberry. I'm going back in with this brush, which we originally used, the Domed Utility E34 brush. And I'm going to repeat the steps that we used with the purple shade in our halo effect. So I'm going back in with that E25 to gently blend that out. And of course, now what I'm going to do is go back in with that brush and create that bridge that connects the two shades above my eye. Above my eye, above my crease. Okay, now what we're going to do is take some eyeliner. I'm using Wicked, which is Sigma Beauty's black gel liner. And with a Sigma small eyeliner E10 brush, I'm going to really carefully and closely line my top lash line. So if you have hooded eyes, you probably don't have a lot of lid space for this, but I really do just want to give the eyes that extra dimension and oomph. So keep the liner as close to your top lashes as you can. If you can feel the liner brush kind of pressing against the roots of your lashes, that's what you want. There we go, so that's what that looks like. So I've just lined the top lash line, and then I've done the tiny little flick on the outer corner there. Because the flick is so small, it's not big enough to actually kind of crease in a hooded eye crease, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Now I'm going to take a black pencil liner and line the waterlines of my top and bottom lash line.